Is your band broke? Welcome back to a 4-part miniseries where we're going to talk about the 4 main areas of inequity in American band programs. Today's topic is budget and by extension, your administrative support. It is crazy how wildly budgets vary from school to school, even schools that are in the same district. And that is because in most situations, the band budget is set by the building level principal. So you could have one school in a particular school division, their band might be $10,000, say for high school, and then another band in the same school division, their budget might be like a couple $100. And those two schools compete against each other. And that is just wild and it's crazy. And it really reframes how you think about competition in music when bands are getting just such unequal amount of support from their building level administrators. In some situations, you'll have a negative budget. And in fact, that's what it was like when I started here. So my budget was $2,500 a year, but repair costs alone were $3,000 a year. So we had to fundraise just to pay for our basic operating expenses. And if you're in that boat, I would not say that your administration supports you because you should not have to fundraise just to do the bare minimum for your program. So how do you go about fixing this? Well, if you don't ask, then you won't receive. And a lot of times administrators just don't really know what the needs of your program are. So you have to tell them. And I recommend that you explicitly tell them exactly how much money you need and for what, and how much money you need to buy enough instruments to outfit your band to have a full instrumentation. I submitted a very lengthy proposal to my admin that said I needed about $75,000 worth of stuff to adequately staff our instrument section with the amount of instruments that they need. And I submitted this for 3 years in a row. And after 3 years, they were like, okay, look, we can't give you $75,000. We'll just increase your budget to $12,000 a year, and then you can slowly get these things over time. And that's been amazing. So I've had this budget for maybe 6 or 7 years. I would say that I pretty much have fulfilled all the needs of our program based off that budget and some other curriculum funds that our central office was able to give to us. And of course, there's the traditional fundraising options. There's one school in my area that does a bingo fundraiser, and one year they cleared over $1 million. Which is crazy. But fundraising really kind of depends on what kind of support you have from your parents. It's really hard to do all of that on your own. And how many people live in the area that you teach. If you're in a really, really small community, your fundraising options are going to be a little bit less than somebody that lives in an area with a lot of people. And that's when it goes back to making sure that the school itself is funding the program to the level at which they need to cover their basic operating expenses at a minimum. What is your funding level like? Let us know in the comments below. And join us for our final part 4, which I'm going to leave to be a mystery. Part 4 in our band equity series.